Munoz is here now at the top of the world, and we live again at the Ikon RTU radio station. 4luvofboxing, the podcast, right? Look, we're going to start it off here by going straight to my people. We got Jerry Munoz and Mr. LP in the house. What's up, fellas?
What up,
brother?
Everybody? What's cracking, lacking?
All is good, man. God is good all the time.
All the time.
Listen, God is good, and God is good always. Listen, a few episodes back, we were talking about a couple of retirements that took place, and my man, Mr. LP, had to give it up to Lomachenko and saying all that. Listen, you guys see what I'm wearing? It says Phoenix on it, right? Sulem Urbina announced her retirement. I want to pay homage to the fighting queen of Arizona.
Right there.
Arizona has so much respect, admiration, and thanks for what you gave to the sport, to what you gave to us. Man, great career. I know you guys want to say something about that too. Sulem Urbina.
I mean, she continues on, man. I mean, she's no longer in the ring fighting, but she's a fixture in the sport. A fixture. Her and her peoples, they create events, smokers, tournaments for the kids, the youth. Like, she stays busy in the game, and I got nothing but respect for those that actually continue to show their love and support. And by the way, shout out to the homie Ramblin' Ralph, who we just spoke to earlier today. Him doing the same thing stuff. It's all about the youth, man. We just showing love to everybody that do their thing. But Sulem, respect to you, girl. You know, 4luvofboxing got nothing but love. Mad respect. And we can't wait. And we cannot wait to get you here on the show. And we will. We'll see you soon, girl.
Yeah, so Lim and I have built a very close, friendly relationship. I'm a big fan of her craft. We talked about it in a previous episode. One of the three attributes that a boxer needs, and heart was one of them. She's fucking all heart, man. She really is. She loves the kids. She loves working with the amateurs. She's a big supporter of trying to get them to that next level.
Yeah.
Her and her husband Andy. Shout out to Andy and KO Boxing Club. And I admire Sulem so much for her being real, her being herself the whole time. She had a small opportunity there to win a world title, and it seemed like it was at her grasp, and she came up a little bit short. And I know that eats at her internally. But I want to look.
It shouldn't, though. Amazing career, Queen.
I want Sulem to know that it's not just the support that's coming her way, but the respect for the way that she went and did it hers when, the opportunity might not have been there for her a couple years ago. Yeah. Women's boxing right now is at an all-time high.
All-time high.
Out of all-time high. She had something to do with it. You run with that. You run with that. It might not come with the Hall of Fame invitation or anything like that, but if there's an Arizona Hall of Fame one day, you should definitely be considered. So saludos to you, to your family. I do want to mention that she has a fundraiser coming up. She has it's an invitational, amateur invitational coming up, and it's in honor of her little brother Alexis, and it's called For You Alexis Invitational. It's going to be September 6th and 7th. It's going to be sanctioned by the KO Boxing Club, and it's going to be a 2-day event. You can look it up at KON, the letter N, QUER.club for info. And it's going to be held on the west side of Phoenix in the Wesley Community Center. And that's going to be September 6th and 7th. So Sulem, we would love to have you on this show. Talk about this invitational. Talk about how many fights you want to have and all that good stuff.
Let's go ahead and promote and hype that up. Yep. Invitational tournaments is greatness.
And we want to get you in here so we can speak on your story, but also so we can cover your brother's story too. Rest in paradise, Alexis Urbina, man. And I hope you're looking down at us and what we're able to actually even do in Arizona boxing and send us a little bit of that blessing from up there too, man. We'll never be forgotten here in Arizona, and your memory lives on here, Alexis Urbina. And Sulem, definitely get at us, right?
Enjoy retirement, sis.
And listen, enjoy the retirement because it's well worth it for you. You know what I mean? So, listen, we pander on, right? And we're staying on the topic of Arizona boxing. I hope to see you two gentlemen tomorrow evening at the Del Sol Brawl in the Barrio. We got a couple fighters we know that are going to be taking place, man. Are we going to see you guys there tomorrow?
Oh, absolutely. You know,
You
we're going to
already
be
know
there.
it.
We always there.
You already
I
know it.
think you're going to be there sitting next to me, too.
Yeah, it was a loaded question. I'll be there too. Guapo Damas, the entire 4Love Boxing family will be in the
Yes,
house.
sir.
And man, you know what?
Shout out to
Everybody
Emily
out there,
Boxing.
come
Shout
down
out
and check
to
out the show
Dalso.
and hang out with us and buy me a drink, man. I need a couple people to buy me a drink. You know what I mean? Yeah. Look, boxing is actually thriving here in Arizona. We were just talking about what's the next big fight that's coming to Arizona. We don't have an answer for that. We've gone to a couple amazing fights down here. We went to Tucson to go see Dog Bay versus Navarrete, and that was an amazing fight. You know what I mean? We saw one in Glendale when we had Ray Beltran and Pedraza throw down there. That was an amazing fight, right? And we've seen a couple down here in downtown Phoenix that were amazing, man. And it's a thriving fight scene down here in Phoenix. We need to get a couple of these big fights down here. We need to get at these promoters to get some of these big fights down here, right? So leading into that, we said we got to get at a couple of these promoters, right? Tell me, man, what do you guys see the current scene of boxing promoters? Who are the headline promoters going on? Where do we go from here in boxing, man? Let's hear it. You guys are the experts.
Well played.
How much time we got? So, I see that as a two open-ended question. So the first part is local boxing here in Phoenix. For a while, we were a hotbed here. People from Cali and Texas were like, man, you guys are getting all the fights.
Yeah, man.
You know, while weather here about 5 months out of the year is glorious. So it's coming. Like you said, it's coming.
Yeah.
But there's nothing on the horizon right now. We're losing some of those dates. Vegas is losing dates, you know? And that's going to lead into the second part of the question. There's a couple reasons why. Well, you have some of the older promoters and some of the consistent promoters that are not as old. And then you have new entering promoters / funds.
Money handlers.
There always seems to be a new additive wrinkle to the boxing promotional game, like every 5 or 10 years or so, isn't it? It seems like there's a new hotness coming in, and they seem to get a lot of attention because they bring something new or they bring a different payroll, you know, and eventually all the older promoters start working with them too. But as it relates to why we're losing some of the dates, I think a little bit has to do with, well, I think, you know, Top Rank's contracts ending with ESPN on the 26th of July. So that's like their last fight card on ESPN. Yeah, I mean, this wasn't the first time that there was boxing leaving ESPN, though. You know, boxing left ESPN for a little while, and they came back with a vengeance, and
thanks to Top Rank.
It'll probably come back again.
Yeah.
It might not be Top Rank, but it might come back again. But needless to say,
boxing will come back. It's like that ex-girlfriend who's a nut but gives you that best loving that you keep pulling back in. That's what boxing is, and that's what boxing is going to be to ESPN. They'll eventually pull somebody back in.
Yeah.
Well, and that's wishful thinking. I mean, I thought the same thing with HBO.
It's only been how long?
Touche.
It hasn't been that long. I heard some rumors about like ESPN. What's one of their smaller scale ones, and they were going to do some documentary stuff or something like that. You gauge the public's interest at some point. Somebody might buy HBO, and then they want to put it on like an HBO platform or something, because it's a new...
Turkey, go out and buy HBO, get boxing back up. And if you want to earn the respect of all the boxing fans, you already got it.
And you bring back the original.
Yeah. Roy Jones.
Hey, Jim Lampley came back for the New York Times Square card.
So Max.
And Max is now back for the Canelo Crawford card. And they're not working together yet, but you can expect that duo sometime to come back around. That was HBO.
It hasn't been that long, too. And rest in peace, George Foreman, too, man. You know what it was there with HBO boxing, too.
Yeah. Most definitely. And,
so listen, who are some of the people in the game right now? You still have Top Rank.
So,
you still have The Zone. You have Matchroom. You have PBC. You have Golden Boy. Like, you got, I mean, Turkey kind of represents everybody a little bit, you know what I mean? But you got all those people involved, man. Tell me what you guys think is going on right now with that.
I think we're in a fun time because there's a lot of money being thrown around, which can obviously give fight fans some quality fights. Because that always seems to be the promoter's deal. Like, they want, a best fighter to fight another fighter from another promoter because it's the best fighting the best, and that makes the most money. But that's not always the case of what we get as a fight fan. So right now we're getting a lot of these stacked cards that look really good on paper, and not a lot of them have delivered yet.
Yeah,
So that's the other end of it too. You just never know what you're gonna get
and that's on the fighters right there, because they're the ones that's doing the lackadaisical performance.
But a lot of those fights that are on the undercard could be their own main level fights. And what happens when you have like the main event of a fight card? Normally, it's not the most entertaining on that fight card.
Yeah.
So I like what Turkey's doing, because it's giving the fight fan a lot more to be excited about right now.
Man.
A lot more to be excited about, because the quality of the production, and then God forbid though that you have to go across country to go fight there as a fighter.
Yeah.
And that's a long flight, and the
time zone difference,
the culture,
and all that, yeah.
everything, the food, the arena, the fans, it's all different, right? But at the same time, it's during the day. As a fight fan, you fucking love that. I mean, I do,
you
because
can't go wrong with that.
Because you can watch boxing midday to start the fight night off, because there's gonna be another fight card that night.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man. And we just had a segment where we covered July 19th, and that's really what July 19th is gonna be.
It's all-day boxing.
All day boxing.
Yeah, but Turkey's good for the sport when it comes to the fight fan. As far as the business sense, the jury's still out. Because there's a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna find out, because he's put on some events that have been humongous successes, and then he's also done some other stuff on the side.
And I've heard, and I don't know how accurate, but I heard, and I don't know where they heard this from, but they said he's losing money on events. And he brags about it.
He's definitely.
I hadn't heard that, so that's interesting.
No, he's definitely losing money regarding these showcases, because he's spending so much money to make these events happen.
Yeah,
he's paying these fighters a ridiculous amount of money, and that's why he's making these fights. And it's a low key. It's a. I'm on both ends in regards to the decision making factor, because the thing is this: as a fight fan, that man is producing very excellent matchups that we thought would never take place. Why? Because he actually has the pockets to go ahead and pour out and make it happen. Sometimes it's like one of those situations where maybe those promoters that we just mentioned, aside from him, well, we could work together, but let's be realistic. Maybe they actually have the data that lays out like it's not going to be a fight that's going to be appealing. We match our fighters XYZ way because ABC is not going to work. Let's think about that. The business aspect, like you just mentioned. Maybe sometimes be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Right? So when you actually get it, you're like, oh, right. And you're like, oh, what the hell? That kind of.
Listen, but some of the fights that he's put together have been amazing, man. Like
a lot of them.
Bivol matchups have been awesome, and I'm glad that it happened. You know what I mean? Some people ain't liking the Canelo Crawford matchup. I do though. I want to see it, and I think there is quite a bit of fans who do want to see it to oppose the ones that don't. So I think he's doing good things as far as that part of it goes, right? Eddie Hearn, The Zone. What are your thoughts on him?
I love Eddie.
Fast Eddie. Yeah.
I love Eddie Hearn as a promoter. If you're not working with Eddie Hearn, I'm sure there's reasons for that. The dude comes from a family of promoters. Yeah. We were actually at his dad's Hall of Fame induction.
That's
and
right. 2016.
And that speech that his dad gave was top tier, bro. Like, yeah. It was amazing. And Eddie was there too, but he didn't quite take over the family business like he has now. And he's the elevated Matchroom. I don't know if you guys noticed on their YouTube channel, they just rebranded Matchroom Boxing, and they put out like a behind the scenes of them deciding, him and his business partner. I can't remember the guy's name, but bro, comedy, good TV, and it's all it is just banter like how we are, but as a marketing aspect between two guys that are obviously friends outside of business, and it was hilarious. And
let's bring 4luvofboxing Ikon to the zone, man. Eddie Hearn, I hope you're listening. Come get us, bro. Same shit.
So yeah, Eddie Hearn likes Phoenix. He loves Scottsdale.
He does, man. I actually got to say good things on Eddie Hearn, right? We were actually at the Phoenix fight. Who was it that was fighting on that card, man? that we were here when Eddie Hearn was there. It was the same time that Sonny was fighting on that undercard, bro.
Yeah, Sonny Edwards was on that undercard.
Wow, man, but we were there, and we were there ringside, right? And we were actually doing our spiel before, and getting it loaded up live as we're there. Well, ESPN was right next to us too, and Eddie Hearn was sitting like, a couple of rows back too. And he actually got up, man. He comes up behind me, taps me on the shoulder, shakes my hand, and takes a picture with me. It was awesome experience, and I was like, holy shit, like that's one of the big.
Did it really go down like that though, bro?
It literally did go down like that, man. It happened like maybe 10 minutes before.
Can I get a picture?
Guapo Damas. Can I get a photo with you?
No, that's not how it went down. We were doing our deal. Then we sat down. As he was walking by, he saw that we were still right there, obviously talking, and he tapped on the shoulder. And the crazy part for me is that's not the first time it's happened with that kind of fighters or people. We were in Vegas, and we're chilling there talking and giving our spiel on the fight that's going on. Kelly Pavlin comes right over and goes, hey, how you doing, blah, 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 and takes pictures and then hangs out there, man. And, like, I'm a magnet for attracting these people, man. I'm telling you, keep hanging out, bro.
Guy.
Shit.
Hey, Michelle, better watch out, bro.
Hey, he didn't just say that. Like, look, I don't know who that is either, man. Stop saying names. Ice is here. I told you.
Yep. I can't remember actually what was that main event that night. You were there, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Sonny Edwards was the co-main event.
He was the co-main event. He got a cut.
Yeah.
He got a really bad cut.
Danny Barrios was also on that undercard.
Danny Barrios was on the undercard.
Was it the Navarrete?
No, it wasn't Navarrete because it was a matchroom fighter. It's a good question. We'll go back to that. It'll hit us. It'll hit us,
man. My goodness.
But,
can we go to the fights? Sidebar?
No.
We're at the fights all the time.
It was Bam Gallo, bro. It was Bam Gallo. Bam Gallo.
Yeah, right. But Eddie Hearn's been here a lot.
The one when you knocked him out?
Bam Gallo. Don't you remember? I mean, amazing fight.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Dang,
so I remember meeting Eddie Hearn for the first time when he was promoting Lee Selby. And he was on an undercard. It was for the Shane Mosley farewell tour when Shane Mosley fought Avanesian out there at Glendale.
Yeah.
And I was doing media then. And me and Albert, shout out to Albert Boxing.
Hey, shout out to Albert Boxing.
Yeah, we were backstage. And this was the Shane Mosley that was trained by Roberto Duran. Wow. And so we got to meet Roberto Duran, very friendly guy, of course. This guy's hero. But that Shane Mosley was a shell of himself, and so
Father Time, like you said, undefeated.
So we were backstage walking around, and this tall, suave-looking guy walking by himself was backstage, and he just had this aura about him, like he was just kind of like a boxer's confidence.
For a second, I thought he was talking about me.
No, it wasn't you. But maybe that's why he wanted to size you up. So yeah, it was Eddie Hearn, and I didn't even know that was Eddie Hearn until after the fact.
Wow.
Okay. And so this was many years later, but that was probably his first fighter that he got over here in the Phoenix area. So he might have already been doing surveillance then.
How long ago was that?
Man, wow.
This is when you were doing.
I was doing media.
You were covering boxing. Yeah, you were doing media at that point.
We're probably talking about 10 years, bro.
Wow.
Talking about 10 years. But that was the first time meeting Eddie, and then I remember talking to him one time when he was here for another event, and he just talked about he loves Scottsdale. Like he comes out to Scottsdale to vacation sometimes when he's on the West Coast or whatever, like
that's what's
a lot of people come to Scottsdale for whatever reason. But yeah, so he will be back. He will be back at some point. I just think he's just making his rounds, right? You got to do what's best for your fighters and stuff. And he does great on his side of the pond. And then when he comes over here,
and that's it too. On that side of the pond, if we stick to the promoter part of it, a name that goes with him all the time is Frank Warren, man.
Yeah, I mean that's his arch nemesis, somewhat. But they've made up now.
It is.
Well, you got to keep your friends close and keep your enemies closer. And man, that 5-on-5 tournament, that 5-on-5 tournament that Turkey put on.
Queensberry dominated,
bro.
5-0, right?
I mean, not even from there on, too. Like, Hearn was on a losing streak there for a bit. Well, even the Golden Boy fighters.
Dubois is Matchroom, is he not?
No, he's Frank Warren.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Frank Warren's Eddie right now, man.
But he's got a longer history in England than Eddie does. Eddie's dad wouldn't do business with Frank Warren either as much as they are now. And that's another beautiful thing about boxing right now. There's so many people willing to work together, despite what you might see on social media and all of that. Oh, I'm never going to work with that guy, or you're never going to, They are all working with each other now. One of the first couple fights out there in Saudi had like 8 promoters on it.
Yeah.
And most of them never have been on stage together like that. So, again, it's opening up opportunities. It's a great time right now to be a boxing fan. We're going to keep getting big fights on Netflix. We're going to keep getting big fights on Amazon Prime.
That's the interesting thing, man. It's opening up a whole new formats that we weren't used to having before. And it's just expanding boxing altogether. Man, it's helping the sport grow. Anything that helps the sports grow, I mean, it's great for us. We're definitely up in here talking boxing, man. So any growth on that end, man. The sport's beautiful. So, it is fan friendly for people, so the sport will continue to grow in that sense.
So the next thing now is you got to start getting more boxing gyms opening up.
So listen, another thing is, so if you're still staying on the topic of the promoters, right? One that's probably more known to people at home, if we're really talking about the sport growing, but people knowing people within the sport, is Oscar De La Hoya with Golden Boy Promotions, man. A lot of people at home know who Oscar is. How you
Never
guys
heard
feel
of him.
about it? Never heard of him.
Mr. Thursday Clapback. Mr. He's got a lot.
Oh, that
on.
guy. Yeah.
He's got a lot. He's got a lot going on, man.
No, Oscar's. If you saw
Ring Magazine.
if you saw the 24/7, it was a 24. It was a HBO Max documentary on Oscar. I think it was a
two-part series. The Golden Boy.
It was called The Golden Boy, and
it was pretty.
It was very well done. Oscar opened up. And if you really want to get to know Oscar, that was it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Everybody goes through their
series.
things. Everybody does, and nobody's
read
immune
his
to
book.
it.
Just for the record,
I own this book. I never read it though.
I read it.
Yeah.
I read it.
But do you have a CD?
I don't have his CD.
Yeah, you don't.
Don't own the CD.
Yeah.
Don't have the book.
I do not have the CD. At least I don't know. But that's how much of a fans we are. But with Oscar being a promoter, I mean, he's the most known faced promoter because of his boxing career. He's the most successful boxing promoter.
He is, man. I would say he tends to be so controversial with all his side antics, though, that he ends up carrying with him everywhere he goes, man. Some of the side antics can tend to be a little weird, man. Some of that lingerie shit that he did in the past, too, was also kind of fucking weird.
Oh, we're not over that?
Not at all, bro. Not for me, at least, man. Yeah.
Hey, he's back to wearing his own chonies now.
Hey, I props for wearing your own chonies. Yeah. No.
Hey, but now props for showing it to everybody. I don't want to see that shit.
Hey, his fiance Holly, if she wanted me to wear whatever the fuck she wanted me to wear, I might consider it. I might. Hey, shout out to Holly and Oscar.
Yeah. So, man, listen, we're staying on the American tip of it, man. We'll close it out with the last promoter I'm going to bring up, Al Heyman, PBC, man. How you guys feel about Al Heyman and PBC?
You want to start that off, Rob?
Yeah, listen, we're going to have some opinions up in here because we're our show of boxing banter.
For me, it's very mixed emotion, very controversial. Like he was laying out, he was putting it back into regular public TV networks and stuff. He was trying to get the exposure. The game plan, like what they had, what they wanted to do, I loved it. But I don't know if it was one or two things. One, they didn't see the end game. They weren't able to actually, execute the actual plan. Or two, they ran out of funds. Because he had a big pocket. He also had a big pocket. But it was investors that he actually got to agree to give him the money to do what he was doing. And he was paying fighters a lot of money to do these fights too. And I just feel like once that well went dry, the quality of his shows and matchups got weak.
No, and I think that one of the sentiments that people have towards PBC is that sometimes they shy away from actually letting some of the big fights actually happen. Instead of letting the fights happen, they kind of shelter their fighters a little bit more. You guys feel that sentiment at all?
Absolutely. Bud Crawford. The excuse was he was on the other side of the street. That bullshit excuse because he was not with PBC Promotions and he was with Top Rank.
And then when he finally left Top Rank, he schooled Earl Spence. Yeah. And I think that was a PBC pay-per-view.
Beat the brakes off.
If I'm not mistaken.
Beat the brakes off.
Yeah.
That was dominant. That was very dominant. I didn't expect that.
The best way for me to sum up PBC currently is they fumbled the bag. Fumbled multiple times.
To me, that's actually a similar sentiment, man, because I kind of feel like maybe they had like the first inklings of what Turkey is today in fighting. He kind of had that chance a couple years back, and I feel the same way. Like he had a shot, and like you said, they fumbled it.
So that's where I was trying to get with it. The well went dry. The idea, the concept was very promising, but there was no money being returned on these investors' investment. And that's where people's pockets, people's walls were getting closed because they were not producing. But the idea, the concept is freaking there. Now bringing that up regarding His Excellency.
And that's what, listen, and that's
he
what
has a plethora.
There,
he has a plethora.
Sheikh Turkey.
He has a plethora of money. And as a fight fan, we should be blessed and thankful for the fact that he's actually a fight fan too. He's willing to invest and take it out, and he is taking it out.
Become an investor in 4luvofboxing.
He's taking L's, but what he's looking at is the long ball game for his country, his people, and for the sport because he is a fan. He's like, I'm not getting money back in return, but what you guys are missing, this is what he's speaking on. What you guys are missing is the bigger picture, the exposure.
Listen,
for the sport,
I like what
and
he's doing for the sport.
Right a season. So
Riyadh.
I'm sorry. So he's pushing. He's branding himself.
Yeah.
So what he's doing is basically he's paying for commercial while he's putting together a show on top of it. And he has the money to do it. PBC didn't. In respect to what they were trying to do, and the borderline, the silver lining regarding this is this. I do think there's still it's a little too much money being poured into these fighters, athletes. That kind of money. It's crazy that some of these guys. I mean, it's with respect. I'm not gonna make names. It's not in respect. Hey, it's your career, great. But man, you paying this guy that much? Like it's like some of these guys are making more money in one fight than they would in their entire career.
Yeah.
Working with Turkey. Is that a sellout move?
No,
is that a
no, listen.
Like,
and
that's
to
a
me,
lot, that's a lot
when
of
we
shit
speak
going
about
on.
that is they're now getting the money and the payback for him. And boxers give a lot already to what it is to us, man. They give a big chunk of their life because if we keep it real, their lifespan is going to be shortened from some of the beatings that they take in there, right? So they give up a lot to us, so them being able to get that payoff is beautiful. If I was to be able to sum up anything of what we've spoken of all the promoters and where boxing's at, is that boxing's in a great state right now. We're at a spot where the sport is growing. It's growing by leaps and bounds, and I think it's becoming more, let's say, commercialized. For the mainstream. So it's in a good state, man. And if I was to take anything away from it, it's going to continue to grow, and we're going to continue to get big shows and big fights. Man, I want to thank everybody at home for giving us you guys this Friday night, man. It's been an amazing night of banter. I want to thank Jerry Munoz for coming in here and giving us that expertise.
You're going to be seeing him more and more.
Mr. LP for giving us his expertise on it, man. And this is your boy Guapo Damas, who continues to be the clown of this show. But I hope you guys enjoy what I actually bring to the show and all the outlandish shit that I'm actually providing. Jerry, opportunity, my man, give us your closing shout-outs.
Hey, this was a promoter episode talking about all the boxing promoters. Arizona's open. Bring some fights over here because you know we got some rabid fight fans. Phoenix, Tucson, Glendale. Bring them back over here. Weather's going to be nice in a couple months. You will not be disappointed because Phoenix and Arizona fight fans.
Fan base comes with
we
it.
We come out. We got a lot of talent here, so a good way to come and scout some of them too. So shout out to all the promoters and everybody watching. Have a blessed evening. Appreciate you guys having me.
Hell yeah, my man. Love this guy. We go way back and we watch the fights all the time. Like I mentioned earlier in a previous episode, he's my ringside seat partner in crime. Me and this guy's been going to the fights for. I lost track. But we've been going for a very long time. But hey, I want to give a shout out to. We gave shout out to the mainstream promoters just right now, but I want to give a shout out
yes,
to
sir.
the
Bring it back home.
Arizona promoters. More in particular, the two main ones that they always got their battles, so which is always nothing. It's nothing different with business and stuff. But Del Sol, Iron Boy, you guys stay consistent. You guys give a platform for these Arizona up and comers, which we mess with both of them. We mess with both of you. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and pick sides and say I got love for everybody, man. The fact that you guys are doing it. You guys are presenting and providing the state. You're providing the fans, and you're providing the fighters this platform. And we are forever thankful in regards to that because we're there. Full of a bond. Whether I have a booth set up with my peoples and we're doing it, or we're just sitting there ringside having a good old time just enjoying the fights. We're there. And we love it. We just do it because we freaking love it. It's the sport of boxing. And shout out to you guys because I know it's not easy. I mean, we've had segments. We had a couple episodes regarding how the details, the rough work. There's money. There's not money being made in regards to these local shows. And those that actually do it, they do it literally
for the love. For the love.
They do it for the kids. They do it for the young men that actually have promises of dreams, of they want to become better for their self, for their family. Man, that's so freaking amazing. And shout out to you guys. And with that, Del Sol, Brawl in the Barrio.
Tomorrow night.
We're going to be there ringside representing for the peoples and stuff. We'll be there. Not going to have a booth. Not this time, you guys. But, hey, we're always there, though. We're going to be the representative. We want to go ahead and get you guys' takes. We want to go ahead and say what's up to all the fans. Come say what's up to us. Get a quick little soundbite clip. Say what's up to us. We go ahead and put you on our freaking sub. We love doing that. We just do it for the love. We just have fun. We have a good old freaking time. But at the end of it, this was a great segment. We had a fantastic evening. I'm so freaking... I wasn't sure what to expect. Not that I was expecting anything bad, but it was so awesome. I'm so freaking happy, and I love my boxing fam. I love my boxing peoples. I love my brothers. This is amazing.
Listen, amazing night, right? Guapo Dama's going to close us out now, dude. I'm going to tell you guys, Del Sol, thank you guys for having us tomorrow night as we're going to go there. Thank you for having us at the weigh-ins today. Adrian Rodriguez will be there supporting you tomorrow, right? Iron Boy, thank you for having us at the end of July when we'll be out there. And Jordan Martinez, we're going to be watching you pick up that NABF title, man. So we'll be there supporting you, too. So thank you guys for Arizona for allowing us to be part of the boxing scene and embracing us everywhere we go. Now, on a personal level, my son Adam, man, I've been sharing with these guys today, too. I looked into your eyes, man, and a man is looking back at me, bro. And I'm so proud of the man you become, bro. All right, I'm getting emotional right now just speaking on it. And my other son, Steven, bro. Man, my share of that Quan, bro. We carry that Guatemalan heart together, bro. That bonding we've been doing lately is amazing, bro. Para toda mi raza que está oyendo, que estamos hablando de Guatemala, especialmente a toda la selección, todo lo que nos dieron, el orgullo que pude tener esta vez de ser Chapín y todo lo que pudimos mover. Man, vamos a seguir apoyando a todo lo que es Chapín. Thank you guys for continuing to support us in this venture, man. We continue to be smart cookies in this mug, and we're playing chess to have success and nothing less while everybody else is playing checkers, man. 4Love of Boxing exclusively at RTU Ikon Radio. I want to give much love to Justice for allowing us to come in here and have this platform, man, and continue to thrive up in here, man. Much love to the mayor of the Underground.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you to
Man
Ikon
respect,
and RTU.
Homie.
And, man,
respect.
Tune in 2 weeks, man, when we'll be back with a much bigger show. And keep seeing our growth and keep supporting 4Love of Boxing. Big ups to everybody who's joining us on this Friday, and we'll see you guys next time. And we out. Most death.
4Love.